Gotta say, it's remarkable to continue to receive information about Cassidy Hutchinson, the Trump administration aide, who decided to be an honest American by revealing what she knew about the events of January 6th, instead of lying about it, as she was being told to do by Trump's assistants, especially this sorry excuse for a lawyer named Stefan Passantino, who, in classic mob boss lawyerly advice, reminded Cassidy that whether or not she remembered anything, she could always say that she didn't, because it would not be good for her to reveal details that were going to be damaging to the criminal cockroach masquerading as our ex-president. This Passantino character is the precise example of the kind of lawyer that needs to be summarily disbarred, if not perhaps prosecuted into jail time on top as well. Brilliant lawyering, commit a flagrant crime while creating very phony plausible deniability. He never tells her to lie. He just says, well, if you don't remember it, no one can force you to, and that way you can stay loyal to the Orange Menace and no one will ever know. But, to his chagrin, she wouldn't do it. And once she actually divulged what had actually happened, of course after availing herself of a real lawyer, we all learned the juicy details that would be ever so upsetting to the Mar-a-Lago criminal idiot. And I gotta tell you, Cassidy does deserve a lot of credit because her chart was under intense pressure. And I don't doubt her one bit when she says she felt pressured and scared because Pluto was conjoining Neptune, which is the co-ruler of her Pisces sun sign, while simultaneously squaring her natal Venus. And since this Pluto makes a square to her natal moon at birth, the possibility of a major Pluto transit such as this, concurring with finding yourself dealing with mafiosi characters like Passantino and by extension, the ex-president mob crook, well, let's just say this is a possibility that is most definitely there. And this is a great example of astrology in action because a planet like Pluto transiting to a natal Venus-Neptune square is a perfect example of a major temptation to lie and deceive. But to her credit, she stood firm and opted instead to use the Pluto to expose the lies and deceit of all the crooked liars around her. And Saturn in transit on top of her Mercury at the same time only adds to the pressure and the fear. But there again, she maintained her integrity and displayed the discipline Saturn is capable of when confronted with this kind of malevolent intimidation, and she called out all the criminality and most especially Trump himself. Unfortunately, I do not have Passantino's day of birth, much less his time, so I cannot assess what his chart might say. But I'm guessing this crooked lawyer may have criminality rising and reptilian tendencies culminating.